Listen, if you have some kind of dream or goal living within you, something that you're aiming at, then inevitably you're going to have naysayers. There's going to be people who do not believe in you. And unfortunately, oftentimes, these can be the people that are closest to you. It could be your closest friends, family, your parents. Oftentimes these people, they mean well, and they're just afraid. They are afraid that you're going to fuck up your life. But what they don't understand is that to live this life and not take risks is to fuck up your life. The very essence of this gift of existence that we have is to push the boundaries of what we think we're capable of. And that is the opposite of what society tells you to do. A large majority of people live a very safe existence their entire life. They live, they grow old, and then as they are dying, passing into the next dimension, whatever that is, they are filled with regret. Why didn't I take more risks? Why didn't I allow the dreams and visions within my heart to manifest themselves? And so these very people who don't believe in you, they don't believe in themselves. And they're projecting that onto you. So a big key here is try to see them through the higher lens of love. Try not to be resentful. Know that chances are they just want what's best for you and they're afraid. But nobody lives inside of your body. Nobody has your mind. Nobody has your heart, your soul. And nobody hears the individual whisper of the higher self that is within you. And it is crucial that you learn to listen to that and that you break the habit of playing it safe in this life. I've had plenty of naysayers in my life. I've always been the person who has gone down the path of seeking out what's higher. I haven't been able to help myself. My whole life I've been pursuing a music career, which everyone knows is technically the worst idea. Like, the statistics are so stacked against you that it's ridiculous. But I didn't care. I couldn't resist it. And the funny thing is, oftentimes we have a pull towards something. We have all these big ideas of the outcome and how we want it to play out. But usually it's not even about the outcome. I would not have started this YouTube channel. I would not have had the ability to cultivate this kind of creativity and have this taste, if you will, if it wasn't for my path in music. So what I'm telling you is to follow your curiosity, follow that inner voice, the direction, the thing that you feel passionate about. There is some truth to that. I understand that we live in this physical world. We have to think about things like money. So there is a way to go about it with prudence and wisdom. But don't just block out that voice. Don't just block out that calling. Find a way. If you have a full-time job and you have like a family who's like relying on you, you have priorities and things that you have to think about, then what I would tell you is find a way to carve out the time to start taking steps towards what is calling out to you. Don't use fear as an excuse to do what everyone else does, which is nothing. They play it safe. They go to college to get a degree that they don't give a single fuck about, so that way they can have a secure future. And that security is an illusion anyway. Everything in this life is risky. Do you understand just being human and being here is risky? So much, in fact, that you're not going to make it out alive. Neither am I. So while we're here, we're meant to listen to that higher voice. So take steps. I'm not telling you to do something extreme. I'm not telling you to blow up your life. There's that idea of, it's time to go all in. There are times to go all in. But use your wisdom. You will know when it's time to go all in on something. So in the meantime, carve out space each and every day. If you have a 9-to-5 job, as soon as you get off of work each and every day, find where you can carve out time to dedicate towards what's calling to you. And do it consistently every single day. Oftentimes in life, we've got this hustle culture where it's like go hard all the time, and then you inevitably burn yourself out. The best thing to do is just to have some level of consistency every single day. And that's how it is with everything. If you're trying to build a good physique, if you're trying to learn some kind of skill, if you're learning how to play a musical instrument, you will get so much farther if you spend an hour a day, 30 minutes to an hour a day, working on that thing, than you ever will trying to suddenly just do it 5 hours a day on top of having a full-time job, because you will burn out. We overestimate what we can accomplish in a year and underestimate what we can accomplish in 5 years, 10 years. You have to learn to listen to that inner voice first and foremost, beyond what everyone else is telling you. All those external voices, man, if you get into a habit of just always listening to those, it will kill you. It will kill your dreams. It will kill your true essence. It will kill the thing that's trying to take shape within you. And again, be self-aware. Like, if I would have started pursuing music, for instance, and I was a horrible musician, had no affinity at all whatsoever for music or singing or any of those things, and I was just delusional, that's different. Don't do that either, okay? Because chances are, if you're doing that, that's your ego. Your higher self wouldn't be telling you to go in a direction that you're going to suck at, I promise. So really take stock, spend time in meditation, go within, and you'll find little hints, sometimes when you're growing up. I've always had affinities towards creative things. I was always into art, I was always into music, I was always into, artsy films, and I loved cinematography and things like that. And all these things, by following those little paths along the way, it wasn't guaranteed that I was going to have some kind of successful career with money. It's never been that way. But all those steps, learning all those little skills over time, and just having faith has led me to this point right now where I'm talking to you. And just in the last 6 months alone, I'm literally making a living making these YouTube videos and having a community of like-minded men who are on the path to becoming the best versions of themselves. And it's so fucking fulfilling. I cry tears of gratitude every day. And it's also, as I'm watching these other guys heal, and we're all doing this work together, there's little pockets of healing that are coming to the surface for me too, that I didn't know were there. So it's really just been taking things to the next level, and all of it has been from following that inner voice. And have I been perfect at following that voice? Not at all. I'm much better at it now, though, than I ever have been. And I wish I could have told my younger self, hey, that inner voice, just follow it. I know it's scary. I know it's uncertain. Everything's uncertain. You want to be alive while you're alive. You don't want to live this resigned existence. So explore this. Start going within. Start following that inner voice and see where it takes you. And don't do it just to get an outcome. Do it knowing that the inner voice sees a much bigger picture than you could possibly see right now with your limited perspective in this physical world. Your higher self, it's almost like it exists in another dimension, and it's way zoomed out, and it sees the whole big picture of past and future, and understands what you need. Not what you want, but what you need. And oftentimes, what you need is what you eventually end up wanting anyway. This kind of work that I'm doing, it's been so much more fulfilling for me than just making music. I got into music initially because of how much it healed me. When I was grieving the death of my father, when I was grieving all the hardships and things I'd been through, music was this thing that it was so spacious. It allowed me to go within myself and tap into this higher consciousness, this part of me that I needed to tap into in order to heal. And I wanted to do that for other people through music. I didn't realize, though, that a more direct approach, by just talking to you like directly like I am right now, could be so much more effective and so much more powerful. Instead of writing these songs and trying to like encrypt these deeper, esoteric, powerful, heart healing messages, I can just fucking talk to you and share my experiences. And and as a result, the Conscious Men community exists, and I have these one-on-one phone sessions with guys every day, and we're just talking through stuff, and it's incredible. So it's that inner voice that led me here. And I have a feeling that your inner voice is telling you to do something. And it doesn't have to be grandiose. It could just be following some kind of passion or curiosity like it was for me in music. I learned so much on that music journey. I healed so much creating these songs, having to go to a really deep place within myself in order to write these lyrics. And then it led me to philosophy. It led me to spirituality. It led me to my own healing. And now it's led me to talking to you. So we can't see the big picture, man. That's what I'm saying. If you're looking for a community of like-minded men, then I want you to click the link in the description. We do weekly Zoom calls 2-3 times a week. There's guys in there quitting vices, healing trauma, quitting pornography, getting into the best shape of their lives. My fitness course is in there. And it's just a safe place for men to finally open up, be vulnerable, do some healing. It's not a place to just complain. Sometimes you need to face these things and air out certain things from your past in order to get to the other side for healing. That's different than complaining. I'm not about that. But I am about just being real and finally just dealing with the things we need to deal with in order to become our best selves. So click the link in the description and check that out. I think that's all I got for you tonight. One day at a time. Don't listen to the naysayers. The only person that you need to believe in you is yourself, especially if you know it's coming from within, from that higher place. That's all you need. Let this be your confirmation, okay? You are loved, you matter, and you've barely scratched the surface of what you're capable of. I'll talk to you soon.
I'm trying to explain, well, nothing here is real. Just find myself dancing alone. Whatever comes your